Zagreb je 27. ožujka u prostoru Hrvatskog društva likovnih umjetnika bio mjesto predstavljanja nove perjanice Samsungovih pametnih telefona. Naime, Galaxy S5 je prilično brzo nakon svjetske premijere u Barceloni predstavljen i kod nas. Kompanija je samo predstavljanje odlučila napraviti na prilično glamurozan način, čim je uspjela i samim izborom mjesta održavanja. Naravno, o uređaju već znamo gotovo sve od ranije, a sada smo ga napokon imali prilike i sami vidjeti. Tu je moćan hardware, najnoviji četverojezgrni procesor Snapdragon 801 uz najnoviju verziju Android OS-a 4.4.2 KitKat. Uređaj dolazi sa 16 ili 32 GB memorije, proširivom memorijskom karticom do 128 GB. Tu je i odlučena 16 megapikselna kamera, a nama se svidjela veličina uređaja. Naime, Super AMOLED zaslon veličine je 5,1 inča i Full HD rezolucije. Osim toga, krasi ga odlična svjetlina što omogućava ugodan rad i na dnevnom svjetlu. Diljem svijeta već se vode rasprave o tome je li Samsung učinio dovoljno da bi bio istinski lider, no to ćemo uskoro i sami znati kada se na tržištu pojave najnoviji uređaji drugih kompanija. Naime, očekujemo Sonyjev Z2, novi HTC One, a stižu i iznenađenja iz LG-a. Uz sve već spomenute karakteristike i dizajn, nama se ipak najviše sviđa podatak da se radi o prvom pametnom telefonu koji mjeri broj otkucaja srca. Naime, funkcija može pomoći mnogima te predstavlja pravu i konkretnu funkcionalnost.
Ting is giving away a Samsung Galaxy S5 on Monday, May 19th. To find out how you can enter to win, watch our unboxing. Good luck. Hello and welcome to Ting's unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy S5. We'll quickly take a look at the cardboard shell. You'll just see some spec and feature info on the back, but I think we should just get into the good stuff. So I will open this up. And first we have the brand new Samsung Galaxy S5. I can't wait to tell you more about this awesome smartphone, but I think first we'll just take out everything that comes with the S5 inside the box. Just give me a sec to open this up. And first we have the quick start guide, which you don't need. Just give us a call or head to our help desk and we can help you out with everything you'll need. Next are the earbuds. These are Samsung's signature earbuds. There's a volume rocker and a mute button on the cord, which is pretty nifty. And as well, Samsung always likes to give you some different sized earbuds, just in case the normal size isn't comfortable in your ears. Next, we have the wall adapter. So this obviously goes alongside the charging cable, which I will also take out. So this is for charging your device or syncing it for music or files or what have you. And next we have the battery. This is actually a 2800 milliamp battery, which will give you 21 hours of talk time, along with 16 hours standby. And that's really, really good for a smartphone of this caliber. And it's great to see the high-end Android devices really starting to get a longer battery life. And really, this is everything that comes inside the Galaxy S5's box. So I've just popped in the battery, and I think we're ready to take a look at the Galaxy S5 itself. But first, I think we should compare it with some similar devices. So first up, we have its predecessor, the Galaxy S4. The device is slightly shorter at a 5-inch screen instead of the 5.1-inch screen of the S5. It's also a little bit thicker, the S5 is, than the S4 at 0.32 inches of thickness instead of 0.31. Next, I will grab the Google Nexus 5. The Nexus 5 actually has the same size screen as the Galaxy S4 at 5 inches, so it's just a little bit smaller than the S5, as you can see. And as well, similar side by side, the Nexus 5 is just a bit thicker at 0.34 inches. So next up, we have the HTC One M7, which is the first generation of HTC One, not the brand new device. The HTC One screen is only 4.7 inches, and while it might look closer in size than that, it's just because the device has pretty wide black bezels on the side of the device, along with physical buttons on the bottom. And it's actually significantly thicker at 0.37 inches. And lastly, we have the iPhone 5. So this device obviously looks absolutely tiny in comparison to the S5. The screen size is only 4 inches, but actually in terms of thickness, it's pretty interesting. The iPhone 5 is thinner than the S5 at 0.30 inches. So that's pretty interesting to note. So these devices are arranged largest to smallest, and hopefully this comparison will just give you a bit of a better understanding of how the physical size of the S5 matches up with some other heavy hitters on the Ting lineup. So as the device boots up, you can clearly see that it's powered by Android. I think we're first just going to take a look at some of the physical aspects of the device. On the bottom of the front, we have the home button, which is cleverly also the fingerprint scanner. At the top of the front is a 2.1 megapixel camera for video chatting and selfies. On the top of the device, we have a headphone jack, along with an IR button. And the very bottom holds the USB 3.0 port, which has a waterproof cover on top. It's pretty hard to open, so I'm actually going to use a SIM card ejector to help me out. But this really is one of the coolest features about the S5, and that's that it's fully waterproof for 30 minutes in up to 1 meter of water. And in terms of charging, you can actually still use a regular micro USB cable on the right side, or you can use the USB 3.0 that will come with your device, which actually will be faster. But obviously remember that before you teeter on the edge of a pool or head outside in a hurricane, make sure that bottom port is completely closed. The auxiliary port, however, does not need to be covered. Samsung has actually added a coating inside to keep your S5 waterproof. Next, I'll show you the physical buttons. On the right side is the power, aka sleep button. On the left side is the volume rocker, very standard. We'll flip it over, and really the first thing you'll notice about the back is that it's very textured with mini dots. It's kind of leather-like, kind of feels similar to the first generation Nexus 7. The rear camera is a 16 megapixel beast, which can actually shoot 4K resolution video. You actually can't even watch that on your device, but there is certain TVs that do support that resolution. And just below the camera is the flash, along with the heart rate monitor, which works with Samsung's S Health app. That's a new feature of the S5. And I guess the back in general really does feel leather-like. It's grippy and it's nice, but unfortunately it is kind of flimsy. I will take it off for you now. I know a lot of people actually do like this because a plastic back can't easily smash, but at the same time, obviously, it makes your device maybe feel or look a little cheaper than, say, an HTC One or iPhone. But I know it has its benefits, and a lot of people do like it. And on the back of the device, on the inside, is the battery, and above that, the micro SD card slot, which can fit up to an extra 128 gigabytes of storage. And that's about it. Like I said before, you just need to make sure to fully close the back of the device by clamping all the clips down, or else your device will not be waterproof. And I really think the overall design of the S5 is similar to the S4. In terms of physical appearance, the only real difference is the textured back, obviously alongside with it being fully waterproof, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's about it. So the Galaxy S5 has booted up. The device's screen size, like I mentioned before, is 5.1 inches with a full 1080p resolution. And the screen actually also has local contrast technology display, which adapts to your current light settings, so that seems pretty neat. The S5 is running TouchWiz, which is an Android skin Samsung has developed. If you're familiar with any of the previous Galaxy devices, you'll notice that the skin then looked a lot more 3D than it does now, whereas it's a lot flatter, more like stock Android. And one interesting thing to me is the notification bar on the S5. So you'll normally see a few settings options, but if you actually tap that square button, you'll see a drop down of way more tools. And you can actually choose from a variety of buttons and add or remove whichever settings toggles you want to just by this active buttons and available buttons section. So you can drag and drop and add and remove whichever options and toggles you'd like. And as well, the settings menu looks a lot different than it did before. As you'll notice, these large icons. You can, however, switch back to the list view if you'd like, just by pressing the settings button in the top right corner. And something interesting is that if you swipe to the left, you'll see My Magazine, which was a popular feature from the Note 3, and they decided to bring to the S5. So that wraps up the Samsung Galaxy S5 unboxing. You can pick up this device right now in black or white from the Ting shop. Or, if you want to win one, make sure you're a Ting subscriber, like this video, and leave a comment telling us the one thing you like the most about the Galaxy S5. We'll be drawing the lucky winner on Monday, May 19th. Good luck!